welcome to Updated Autopsy Report, a podcast from Yotzeben and Friends, where we replay the entire Ace Attorney series with longtime fans and newcomers. I'm your host, Ben, and with me today is Dessy.
Hello.
And two good friends of ours, Tiago.
Yo.
And Rose.
Hi.
I am the longtime fan, and Dessy is joining Rose and Tiago as being the newcomer for Dual Destinies. We hope that through both of our perspectives as we play through the series, it'll reveal new details, provide interesting commentary for a series near and dear to us. Today, we've all played the first half of the DLC case from Dual Destinies, Turnabout Reclaimed. For the summary this time around, Turnabout Reclaimed takes place at the exact moment that Phoenix gets his badge back, and as he attempts to show it off like old times to Apollo and Athena, a young woman named Sasha Buckler arrives in the office and begs Phoenix to defend her friend who's been accused of murder. Phoenix accepts without asking for more details, like old times, and goes to the aquarium where Sasha works with her friend. Upon arriving, Phoenix and Athena meet the defendant, an orca named Orla. Supposedly, Orla killed the owner of the aquarium, Jack Shipley, and is to be put down. However, Phoenix convinces Bobby Fulbright to ask the prosecutor's office for a regular old trial. Someone high up approves the bizarre request, wonder who that newly bespectacled fellow could be, and the case begins in earnest. We meet Pearl, for the first time, who was here on a school trip, and Marlon Rhymes, a rapper and newly hired employee of the facility. Additionally, Phoenix and Athena bump into Norma de Plume, a famous nonfiction writer who hopes to expose the murderous killer whale in one of her books. Pearl juices up Phoenix dried up Magatama, and he gets to work, quickly finding signs of foul play, including bloody coins. Heading into court, he battles Blackwell, proving that it was highly unlikely for the orca to do the deed. After interrogating Rhymes and de Plume, Phoenix posits that Shipley actually died via falling, plummeting into the pool when it was empty. This successfully pulls the aggro off of Orla, but leads to Sasha getting incriminated instead. Now Phoenix must switch clients and prove the trainer didn't do the murder either. So yes, this is the DLC case for Dual Destinies. It came out about a month after the game released in Japan, and in the US it released about a week after the game came out here. And it's Phoenix's first case with his badge back in the fiction here. And we talked about this a little bit previously on the last episode, but in the files, this case, some of the cutscenes for this case are listed as case 3 in their file name, right? And
Yep.
Additionally, it seems to take place chronologically right after case 2 and before the school case. So, however, the developers have publicly said they were still working on this case after the game released, and we're
I
wrapping
don't know
it
about
up.
that one, Chief. I don't believe that for a second.
However, evidence
they would
seems to
lie?
imply that this was definitely meant to fit somewhere in the middle here of this game, and you get these moments in this case, right, where you get the little tease about Edgeworth returning, right? Maybe that Edgeworth is now the
Someone.
head prosecutor,
Yeah,
right?
chief prosecutor.
Chief prosecutor, and then you get to meet Pearl, and it is like this big event, right? Oh, it's Pearl. She gets her own cutscene to appear for the first
Our
time.
theme song plays. I love Pearl's theme song.
Yes.
One of my favorite tunes in the game.
So
So yeah, it's just interesting. Again,
There's also stuff that's kind of tutorialized, like almost as if it should have been earlier in the game.
Whoa, you don't
Whoa.
say.
there's a bunch of tutorials for how to do certain things. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to call the game developers and the producer Ishiro a liar, right, for saying this publicly. And I'm sure that they, of course, worked on some elements of this DLC case after the main game was completed, right? Because that's just the nature of game development. But I don't think you make a whole case in a month. I just don't think you make a whole case, even with pre-production and stuff like that being done first. I don't know. It just strikes me as like, come on. It really feels like this was sliced out from the main game.
It's very jarring to play this right after going through the climax of the entire game.
I would even argue that, like, they should have played this in, like, you know how Star Wars has the, like, machete order? They should have maybe, like, if you're out there... We're playing it because we're playing it in chronological order. This was released after the game.
Yeah, they should put it back in the game.
I honestly think that, like, if a new person plays the game, they should have, like,
Wonder
a
if
list.
They'll do that.
They'll be like, hey, listen, you should play the Jinxie case and then go do the special episode and then go back.
I mean, that is the recommendation by fans, right?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Like, if you read online, right, everybody recommends you do that. In fact, we got comments from people who literally, said to me, Ben, why are you making them play through the DLC case at the end? This is bad. You should let them play through it at the start.
This is the experience.
And I fully respect that opinion. And I think that if you are the average person, right, just playing these games, feel free to go ahead and do that. It makes so much sense, right? It feels like it was supposed to be that way. But this case released after the game came out. So I think that playing it that way goes to highlight some of the most interesting parts of this case, right?
Yeah. I also think that, like, video games that have DLC, I feel like the average person would play through the whole game and then tackle the DLC. I feel like, because
That's normal.
That's normal. That's like a normal thing to do. Like, if we were to play,
it's in a separate menu.
Exactly.
You can't like just play through the game.
Yeah, I couldn't find it for a minute. I was like scared. I was like, did I not? But then I found it.
Imagine if you just didn't find it. There's a button called special episode, and you're like, "Where is it?
Where is it?" Hey, I've been blind before, and I will continue to be blind.
True.
It's okay. I'm getting new glasses. That's my New Year's resolution. We're going to the eye doctor, folks.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy fucking New Year.
I think that if I were to, like, actually guess how the production of this case went, it would simply be, like, they started the production of this case during the main game production, but, like, clearly it was not finished in time for the game release, so they just fucking were like, we could just do it later. And because, like, parts of this case are tutorialized, like, in a way that, like, makes it seem like you never played an Ace Attorney game. Because they talk about, like, presenting evidence and, like, oh yeah, I should check through the court record.
Using your new tab on the bottom screen.
Yeah, like,
right.
This game, apparently you could play this. It seems like it's acting as if, like, we didn't play the game at all, and this is our first foray into Ace Attorney.
Part of me doesn't, like, think it was the developers. Part of me thinks it was the company pushing them to get the game out before it was done. And
they said, we had to cut something.
You have to cut something.
Yeah.
Right. Let's cut this case and
this
just
is
fix it later.
Yeah, and this is obviously all speculation, right? As far as I know, there's never been, like, explicit confirmation or interviews that detail exactly when Turnabout Reclaimed was made and who made the decision to make it DLC, like, et cetera, et cetera. Like, so this is all just us theorizing, looking at how it feels and going, this feels like it was cut out.
This feels suspicious,
yeah.
But it's like, were they
suspicious.
rushed and had to cut it and put it in DLC later, or were, like, the game company was like, they were like, hey, we want to sell another DLC case, but
which one can you cut out?
Yeah, no, not even that. Like, they're like, you need to get another one out. And it's like, well, we don't have anything right now. Well, then take one of the cases you have now and pull it out, and we'll sell it as DLC.
Yeah, reuse this one you cut or whatever.
They should have taken out the
and,
fucking Jinxie case.
The tutorialization also feels very much how do I put this? Like, in the style of a Japanese dev, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they go, oh, this case is separate. It's going to be DLC. Somebody might just tap this special episode button and play it for the first time. So it could be their first case. So we should put all the tutorialization in there just in case they play it all on its own.
So you're telling me you think people are going to go out, buy the game, wait a month, buy the DLC,
as
and
someone
then play
who,
the DLC
Start with
and then
that.
play the game.
I
mean,
mean, it's a possible scenario.
There's one other factor that I should mention, right? This was
Okay.
the first one that came out like on iOS like very quickly after the game came out on 3DS, right?
Yeah.
So on iOS, when
You
buy
can't
the game,
predict
you can,
fucking phone users. There's
yeah,
idiots.
you can buy every case separately, right?
We're phone
So-
users.
So that was
So then
that could be
every-
part of it as well.
Then
But-
every case should have a tutorial at the beginning of it.
Right. Yeah.
That is, if that's the logic, then every single case should have a tutorial. I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
So it
Yeah,
doesn't-
Rose
yeah,
got
but yeah,
it.
so it doesn't quite make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
I mean,
You know what
it
else
is.
doesn't make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What are the endangered species laws in Japanifornia?
Fuck them.
I'm
those laws.
I'm grabbing the wheel
do.
and I'm
I do.
rotating it. I'm sure everyone who knows me predicted, like Rose, like a second party consent state. I almost said my last fucking name on here.
Oh my god.
I guess you could look me up.
Ben would have beeped it out.
That would be very funny.
I asked Ben to bleep out my address once in a fucking. when we were playing fucking
I mean, like,
that game.
Oh
it's
my
okay,
God.
because, like, if you want to find me, you most certainly can. Like,
Don't-
it is not hard. Like, I sell art and I have a name, you know? But, like, that would be weird, right? Anyways,
Don't
so
be weird.
orca whales are endangered.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You're actually in a lot of countries you cannot capture them for like display. Like it's illegal.
We didn't
To
capture Orla. Orla just showed up.
that is sure. Yeah, so
She was
like
programmed there.
so
She
I
was-
guess
she
if they
spawned
were
at the
like
pool.
fuck SeaWorld.
Right.
You can't put down a fucking orca. Like, I'm sorry, they're so endangered.
I think. So, we gotta remember that this is the dark age of the law.
Okay, I guess
I-
if we can convict a child for
Accidental murder is still
accidental
murder.
but like
how
I
many animals
appreciate-
do you think Manfred von Karma has sent to the chair?
I
Rose says she
remember
can move
this-
past child murder.
I
being
draw the
okay,
line at
but
killing endangered species.
Draw the line at endangered species.
I bet,
remember,
like,
No,
this
I
was a
was
special
for the record. I
case.
was against the child jailing and persecution as well.
oh,
It's insane. It's fucking nuts. At least
Yeah.
Bobby is like, well, this is a horrible accident. Sorry, guys. What the fuck are you doing here?
so like,
Yeah.
And then he goes back and he tells fucking Simon, and Simon's like, oh, I fucking hate orcas. Let me get him.
There
I
can
hate
only be
all...
one black and white, you know,
Yeah.
evil person in this.
Simon
I
Blackwell-
hate orcas. Well, because
Simon-
orcas mostly eat fish.
mhm.
They pretty much eat fish, seals, and the occasional
Penguins.
penguin. And we find out that Simon loves penguins
'Cause he's
in
a
this,
bird fan.
in this case. So I guess I can see where he's coming from, but
We gotta like. All right, let's rewind it back a bit because I feel
alright,
like we
I'm so
skipped.
sorry.
No, I love-
I grabbed the wheel of the car and
No,
just
I'm
took us
glad you-
around.
I'm glad you did because otherwise we were gonna keep discussing the fact that this game seems weirdly programmed into the game. But
Yeah, I think we all agree.
we all
Like,
agree. I just want
Somebody did something weird somewhere, and we don't know what, but we're pretty sure we know what.
so at the beginning of the episode, it starts off with like a stage play of. I already forget the girl's name. What's her fucking name? Sasha?
Sasha.
Sandy?
Sasha? Sandy?
Sasha.
Sandy Cheeks?
Yeah, I
no.
wish it was Sandy Cheeks.
Sandy, hey y'all. Alright.
Sandy
I would
Cheeks,
defend
yeah.
her with my fucking life.
So Sasha and Orla and the captain are all doing their stage play, and it's very like reminiscent of like a marine attraction. Tiago lore. When I was younger, one of my like first movies was Freak Willy. I love that movie. I really do believe we should free Willy. We should free
That's
Orla.
solid and respectable. I'm all for free Orla.
So fucking Athena's a huge fan. She loves marine attractions. And like I forget whether or not fucking in my head I feel like Phoenix should have had a throwaway line of like, I know a friend who's really into Steel Samurai. You'll fucking love him, Athena.
And Athena watches this video like 5 times or something is the dialogue, right?
She loves animals.
Apollo's like, could we watch something else, please? And Athena's like, no, this is my comfort video.
I miss Apollo so much.
Apollo's
it was so delightful to see him just being like, Athena, we can't keep fucking watching your YouTube video. Like, we are at work.
Athena, we should watch 4-hour YouTube documentaries. I don't know why we're watching SeaWorld.
Yeah, he would be like, listen, here's this like 4-hour YouTube documentary about like the fall of FTX. Like
here's footage of someone going through abandoned hotels. It's really interesting. Talks about the 70s. You'll love it, Athena. Anyway, so like of course, like as soon as they finish watching this, there's like a news break. It'd be like, something has happened at SeaWorld, and immediately a fucking punk pirate busts into the room and goes, I need your help defending my friend. And Phoenix goes, well, it's time to get back in the saddle.
And at this point, Rose goes, oh no, not the whale.
I think that's what I said in the Let's Play. I said, is it the fucking whale?
Yes.
And then it was the whale, and I said, yeah, it's the fucking whale.
It was gonna be the whale. And she finds it, and she's like, I heard about you because I know you cross-examined a parrot once. And he's like, oh, fuck.
No one's ever gonna let him live that down.
I'm so glad that
you want to add another
callback.
animal to your defense repertoire?
Yeah, that was the correct callback to make.
Yeah, true. Finally,
like, you're disgraced, but like, I heard you cross-examined a parrot. I heard you know this kid named Luke Triton, and he can talk to animals.
He's in London learning how to pilot a plane or some shit.
We can zoom him in.
Yes, Skype him in.
Skype him in. That is possible now.
Listen,
it was funny because when I was reading with some of the interviews with the devs, they said that when they started making this case for Phoenix's first case with his badge back, they said, well, we have to have a client that only Phoenix Wright could defend. So that's why they picked the whale, because they wanted something as batshit insane as possible.
When I
love the whale too.
I heard about this case before. Like, I talked about how I purchased this game way back when, and I heard about this case. What I recalled from the case is that he defended a dolphin, but I think that's me mixing up with fucking Ace Ventura Pet Detective, and those things got crisscrossed in my mind. So we go to SeaWorld, we see Orla the orca. She has a pink star painted on one of her white eye marks because she's a punk pirate. I like how there's clashing musical taste in this fucking aquarium, where like Sasha's like, I love punk music, and Marlon Drimes like, I'm here for the beats of the street. God bless his soul. We have to go ahead.
I was worried that we were gonna have to defend Marla, like he was gonna be the guy who was the murderer.
No, I thought he was innocent the entire time.
No, I knew he was in. I was like, they cannot convince me that like this guy is. He was. He just had so much like side character energy. I was like, don't make him the murderer, and it was okay in the end. It was fine.
We have to go around investigating the orca. We run into a little penguin named Rifle, which is the most insane name for a penguin.
Fucking slaps.
It's a great name. I'm wondering if it's because like the dog was named Missile, and I'm like, are we keeping with the artillery theme of animals?
Extremely likely.
We do not see Rifle. We get a JPEG of a penguin that moves around on the screen like old times.
God bless our hearts.
Yeah.
Orla has some animations, which makes sense. She's part of the defendant.
Yeah.
There will be a second penguin. You will see what the penguin's name is.
All right, give me a
Shotgun.
second. Shotgun. Lock is good. What's it? Stock? No.
What would I name a gun themed penguin?
Winston's too
AK-47.
P90.
I would name my penguin the R99.
What about rifle
Or the L-Star is my like
bayonet?
bayonet
L-Star?
cannon.
That's fun.
We'll find out when we get there.
Yeah, you will find out soon.
We investigate the hallway for a little bit. We investigate the room that contains the orca, which contains her tank. Also contains her playthings, a giant animatronic octopus. I don't know if that's gonna be related to the case, but it's there. Apparently
They do keep mentioning it. There's a lot of bits about the octopus.
there's a lot of bits about the
Yeah. And while we're doing this the entire time, our objective is just to prove, like, just to find anything that might prove that this isn't just a case of guy fell in a tank and orca accidentally
Took
killed
a big
him.
old bite.
Like,
yeah,
we're literally just like, is this manslaughter? We have to find proof that this might be a
intentional
murder or a human involved somehow so that we can get this into court, because no one will let us take this into court, even because Bobby says, like, oh, the chief prosecutor is like looked into it for you, and he says he says he's not going to do it unless there's a little more evidence for you.
So we gotta find
So, like,
evidence.
Miles is like looking at his notes and he goes, Phoenix Wright wants me to let him defend a whale in court. Okay.
You got to get something more than this, buddy.
Let him cook for a little bit, because this is not enough. So you have to run around looking for evidence to prove that there was a human involved somewhere.
It's a little bit of a weird start, right? It's different, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that it was different.
We go to this place has like, all right, so the important thing to notice about the murder is that the witness saw the orca tank comprises of 2 floors. The top floor being like the maintenance area in which trainers can like take care of Orla and give her toys and feed her, yada yada. And the bottom floor is the viewing platform in which guests can see the orca inside the tank. The tank is apparently 65 meters deep. No one ever fucking told me this. I really
65 feet.
65 feet. Yeah, meters is different.
Yeah, that would be
kind of
like
the
65 times
big
3.
Yeah.
kind of like the big tank at the New England Aquarium.
I really wish someone fucking mentioned that while I was investigating this case, because I feel like that would have been relevant. Because it will be later. We have to talk to the only witness.
Chekhov's 65-foot tank.
The witness is a enigmatic woman named Norma DePlume.
Yep.
She's giving me so many mixed messages.
I'm starstruck. I love her.
I saw her and I went, oh, Tiago's gonna love this.
Capcom, I know she's real. I know she's in the office. Let me talk to her. Give me a chance. I can make her happy. I swear to God.
Give Tiago a shot.
Tiago can fix her. Tiago can fix her.
She can fix me. I don't care. I don't care what it takes.
She won't.
She might make you worse.
She will make you worse.
Oh.
And I support your journey.
I have 2 types of
obviously
characters.
she's like, her pun is pretty obvious here with the nom de plume.
Yeah.
But also, she has the other thing.
My dumbass was like, what's her name pun on?
Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. The other pun, though, on her name is that her first name's Norma, which was the birth name for Marilyn Monroe. Which is why she gets...
hence the Marilyn Monroe
Monroe jokes later.
That's why she's so hot. I have 2 types of characters I enjoy. There's Norma DePlumes, and then there's Bobby Blackwells, and those are
Bobby Blackwell.
When we played the
Tiago,
case,
we do have to do that one bonus episode where we just talk about our ships.
that's we don't have a Patreon, but that's Patreon exclusive.
Yeah, when we get a Patreon, it'll be like the fucking like forum at Athens payday where like Tiago and I are the philosophers discussing.
God, true. We'll get some togas.
We're so we're so smart. All right. Which is why we can save this orca.
She goes on to say, like, I know some shit about this case, but I ain't talking to you, pig. And we go, we're technically not cops, but okay.
Man, we got it all wrong.
So then some funny little locks show up with some chains, and Phoenix goes, "Oh, I know exactly what to do." But his Magatama's out of juice because he's out of practice for so long. And he goes, "Oh my god,
it's like when you don't charge your phone for a while, but then when you try to plug it back in, it doesn't start up right away. You gotta let it sit for a bit."
So he goes, "Oh my god, how am I gonna get this resolved?" Anyway, let's go back to the Orca case because there's like 3 fucking rooms during this case.
Phoenix turns the Magatama over and the battery compartment on the back is starting to bulge. It's been in the closet so long.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Everyone check your electronics.
That upset me.
So we just randomly decide to go back to the Orca room to be like, all right, let's go look for more clues. And then we're also trying to we run into Marlin, who goes, "Hey, listen, if you run into a funny penguin, give him a fish because I'm trying to get him." And he's a little rascal. He is a rascal. He runs around the aquarium. He has flyers he hands out because he's a little rascal.
Oh, he's a little backpack.
He's got a little backpack. This penguin's cute as fuck, okay? Honestly...
Tiago loves that JPEG.
I do. I like aquariums and zoos, alright? They're kind of fun. Except, well, I don't know. Zoos kind of scare me. I don't like large birds, and they do have
Orcas
large
shouldn't
birds.
be in captivity.
Orcas shouldn't be in
Orcas
captivity.
should be free.
And as long as we're talking about it, flamingos should not be in captivity. Because they don't have, like, any cage or anything. They could just fly away if they wanted to. That's fine.
They're not in captivity. They're free.
I get it, but they, like, at any moment, there could just be an outbreak in Boston. What the fuck are we supposed to do?
At any moment. There
That
will
could
no longer
happen.
be a flamingo exhibit.
I mean, there is an outbreak in Boston right now. Hey, COVID's still happening.
Let's go back to the case. God, this is too real. Orca room. We go in there. Rifles running in. He's chasing a teenage girl named Small Fry, who Marlin says, "That's my buddy." And we all go, "Who the fuck is Small Fry?" And then, Pearl Faye shows up. It's not that much of a surprise because we saw her in the main game.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, that's our bud. And we go, "Hey,
she got an introduction that we never got in-game."
Fucking true. We give her daps and she goes, "Yo, Phoenix, what's good?" while smoking a joint.
It's almost like that was supposed to happen before she showed up in the game.
Interesting theory. Interesting game theory.
Oh, shut up.
Isn't he retiring?
Yeah. That's what happened. The rifle got him.
Rifle got Matt. Alright. So we talked to Pearl, yo, this shit's out of juice, and she goes, "Oh, word," and then takes the Magatama and gives it back and goes, "Alright, it's all good now, don't even sweat." And everyone goes, I'm glad Athena does not talk about, like, "Hey, what was that? Is she psychic?" And Phoenix goes, "Don't worry about it." That's, she's part of a different X-Men team.
That's what he does every time he uses that thing.
It's too hard.
He's just like, "Don't worry about it. I can't explain this right now. Just trust me. It lets me see people lying."
Athena has, like, fucking X-Men level hearing, and she's like, "Hey, is it another X-Men power?" And he goes, "It's how you're not supposed to let, like, fellow stand users know your abilities, otherwise if they get caught in battle, then
oh
they
my
could
god,
steal
we
the
literally had
information."
this conversation, like, yesterday.
I love talking about stand battles. Anyway.
Yes.
We got our Magatama charged. Yay. That means we can go back to... Well, actually, we have a little tutorial use of the Magatama on Pearly, who keeps a secret from us, because
this is a tutorial.
We find a little calendar, and she goes, "Hey, that looks like the one I have, but it's missing." And we all go, "Pearl, come on. We could think about that sentence a little bit more." And she's like, "I won't want to talk about the secret of my calendar." And then we see the Psyche Locks, and Phoenix goes, "Hey, Pearl, I can see your Psyche Locks, be real." And she goes, "I don't want to, though. I don't want to talk about it." So, like, Phoenix is like, "Are you fucking
She's like, "Would you
kidding me?"
really bully a teenage girl, Phoenix, right?" Yes.
Yes. You
It's
two
literally
bullied
my job.
Pearly, you knocked me out when you were 11. I respect you too much to not break your Psyche Locks. We find out the truth that apparently at the fucking when the murder was found, when Norma DePlume was witnessing the body, Pearly Faye ran into let me think about that again. Marlon Rhymes in another room, and they knocked into each other comedy style, and they both dropped their calendars. But then one of them picked up the wrong calendar. This isn't yours, Pearly. This has a date on it.
This needs to be a secret. Why?
And
Pearl?
they both fell in a big puddle of fish.
Pearl tried to keep it a secret because she didn't want to get Marlon in trouble, her friend. That's a very, Pearl thing to say.
We're not gonna snitch, though.
Part of me is just like, Pearl, there's been a murder.
I guess she doesn't know Athena. She doesn't know that Athena is not gonna snitch.
It's Phoenix Wright, though. She knows that, a Phoenix Wright associate's cool. You know what I mean? Like, a friend of Phoenix is a friend of mine.
That's
Friend by
basically what
proxy.
they say.
Yeah. The thing about it, though, is that she literally just didn't talk about it because she was like, I don't want to get Marlon in trouble for bumping into me. And we're all just like, Pearl, there's been a murder. A life has been taken.
Somebody died, girl.
I understand your respect for letting this man keep his job at the aquarium. He's gonna be fine on SoundCloud. He's okay.
Yeah, like if you are at your workplace and there's a dangerous situation occurring, I can assure you, no one minds if you bring, if visitors end up in an off-limits area for safety purposes or whatever. Like, nobody gives a shit. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's totally, who gives a shit?
It's a dangerous situation happening.
The thing about this calendar is that this is not the first time it has been quote unquote switched.
Yes, that is true.
Either. We find out again that this is the second time that this calendar has done a little switcheroo from one person to the next.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Calendar.
Yeah.
It is, You know what? I saw that calendar and I thought, oh, damn, that's really cute. I like that.
I actually do.
Because I love, stationery and shit.
Capcom, why isn't this on your eShop, on your store, on your merch shop? Come on.
They're too busy selling Chun-Li jeggings or whatever.
Because what if people didn't buy the DLC case, Ben? Then we never know about it.
I know.
They encourage them to buy the DLC case so they can get this dopey little penguin calendar.
They're too busy getting your Forger into Street Fighter 6.
They're busy. They're busy. I don't have time for Ace Attorney right now.
Oh.
So, what else happens is oh my god, my dog is flapping his ears because he's excited to see somebody. What a guy. The guy being
what an endearing little fella.
What an endearing little dog.
So small, so little.
What the fuck happens next? I forget.
Well, after we do the breakdown with Pearl, then we go back to the pool, and that's when Orla spikes the ball into Athena and smacks her in the fucking head. And that is kind of when we get the little bit of a lesson about, this is how Orla bounces the ball around, could have knocked all this stuff over. And that is also when they find the coins, the bloodstained coins.
That is when we begin
knocked over.
That's when we start a bag of coins was the murder weapon theory.
Yeah. It's very, very funny.
Shaking my fucking head.
But yeah, Phoenix is like, there's one coin with blood on it. And there's 300 coins here. What if the 300 coins were the murder weapon? And Athena's like, that's impossible. And he's like, but what if they were in a bag? She's like, whoa. That's actually really good. And that's it's a little shaky. It's a little shaky to go into court on, but that's
a little
what he's
shaky
got.
for Ace Attorney. No way.
That's kind of all he's got, though.
At least they've got blood on stuff,
Right.
It's listen, who doesn't stand around looking at blunt objects and being like, I could use that as a weapon in a fight? But there's blood on it. That's something.
Yeah.
It's almost enough.
And that's enough to get him into the courtroom.
We do have to go back to Norma DePlume to break down her psyche locks. Here's something that fucks me up. They keep mentioning the fact that there's a veterinarian in the fucking cafe.
Yeah,
we all think he did it, right?
That's the murderer.
That's the murderer? Yeah. We all know that? Okay, good.
Yeah. Easy. Solved. Handled. An NPC, a mysterious, reclusive NPC who hasn't been introduced yet. Murderer.
And you still have a second half of the case to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have not finished the case yet, which is important to say. I don't know if we said that. We're 40 minutes in.
I said it up front.
I think we're pretty clear, yeah.
God bless.
I only summarized half the case.
Oh, true.
Yeah, the people will know.
Everyone's brain turns off when you do the summary, and then when you come back.
I'm listening.
I try to listen.
So we go to court.
We go to court. We begin our funny. First of all, the judge doesn't know it's an orca.
The judge doesn't know. He wasn't paying attention to the docket.
He did not read his briefing.
He just saw Phoenix Wright and go, "Hey, that's my bro. Hell yeah, he's back in the saddle, baby. What's up, Phoenix?"
Yeah,
And
Phoenix is
like,
back. I want to do that.
Yo, what's good, Judge? Long time no see. Simon Blackwell took this case for the sheer fact that he just wanted to kill an orca. Like, he
really did.
He had to seem. He really wanted to seem evil.
He does want to be like the bad guy. I
want the opportunity to kill an endangered species.
So the orca has to
just
show
to
up
feel something
on monitor because it's a whale and we can't get a whale in court.
On fucking Skype.
Yeah, we have a phone that has a screen and they go like, this allows you telecommunication unless you see into the fucking tank. Wow.
The future.
They got like
Widget
a
has
TV screen on like a
holograms.
little cart, that they push in.
It's the Bill Nye science cart. It's so fucking
yeah.
funny.
Which I love because they put it in the witness stand. And that made me
good.
so happy.
And then you get to, it's a shame you don't get to actually just cross-examine Orla directly. Instead, you kind of have to do all these roundabout ways. You got
roundabout.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of stands, you interview DePlume and both, and Rhymes, both of them. And Rhymes kind of just doesn't give you really very much.
Hey, you know why? Because it's Shut the Fuck Up Friday.
You know what?
He does abide by Shut the Fuck Up Fridays.
This is the most, this guy who, cannot stop rapping and singing everything is the most normal character.
There's a joke where Marlon Rhymes is rapping and then the judge goes, "Is this that flip-flop music I'm listening to?" And it, Phoenix Wright goes, "Jesus Christ, he made a fish pun by accident. Oh my fucking god."
Phoenix Wright is like, "This is incorrect." They move on from that joke pretty quickly, thank God.
No, I just love the idea that the judge accidentally participates in their bits.
Yeah.
Did y'all get sick of fish puns by the end of this?
No, I'm fine.
I wasn't sick of the fish puns, but God, I was sick of that fucking music.
I came in sick of the fish puns. I'm not a big pun person.
Wait, hang on. Which music, though?
The hip-hop music?
The fucking,
the sea shanty?
Music.
Oh, the pirate theme? Okay, sure. Well, here's the thing. There's the pirate theme. There's obviously Rhymes raps.
No, it was the pirate theme. It was the pirate theme.
But
you know what's fucked up is that. Oh, maybe you were about to say it. Go for it.
Well, what I was about to say is when you walk through the it's like the undersea tunnel, right? The glass tunnel with the aquarium over top, so you can see all the fish swimming around you. You have this one scene, and that's where you meet Rifle the penguin, right?
Mm-hmm.
In there, you get a track that plays only in that one room, which is very, very underwater music vibes there.
Hell yeah.
I did like and appreciate that track.
It's only in that one room, though.
I was gonna keep complaining about the sea shanty.
Sure.
So at one point, Athena gives you a fucking burned CD of her copy of the show, and if you hit inspect or whatever, it just fucking plays the video, and you have to sit there and watch. Well, you don't have to. You can back out. But I was like, really?
It's right there.
I could just watch this over and over and over again, just like Athena does.
So you know how there's that case where Apollo had to scrub through the concert footage to find evidence? I have no doubt in my fucking mind that we have to scrub through this footage to find evidence.
I don't want to do it.
My heart
I'm not looking forward to it.
I already know the truth that we have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You haven't had to do it yet. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe you'll
true,
escape.
I guess. Hey, listen, I just want to talk about the fact that the court does not respect Norma DePlume's beauty, but I do, okay?
Yeah, we do get some kind of poor jokes about her, right? It's just
so
whatever.
Phoenix, you're
just
weak.
Kind of eye roll.
Judge, you're weak. Simon Blackwell, you're the weakest. All right? None of you are strong like I am.
Definitely true.
It's just low hanging fruit, right?
It is, yeah.
None of it's like egregiously offensive. It's just like, okay.
It's not as bad
that's
as
disappointing.
Yeah.
the other guy who I hate with all my heart. The guy who keeps talking about his hemorrhoids.
Oh, Grossberg.
Oh,
Grossberg, yeah. So,
Yeah,
like,
we didn't care for that either.
Norma the Plume is a full-figured, voluptuous woman, alright? And this game makes jokes about that, and I say that they are
These people
weak.
just can't appreciate older women.
They really can't. But
that's okay. Tiago and I can.
True. Based. I hope
We're
she's not the
jacked.
killer, because if she is, I will try to get her free.
I don't think she is.
I don't think she is either, but I don't know.
Tiago
Edge
believes
case.
in his client even when they're guilty.
I believe, especially if they're hot. If they're hot, they can't be guilty. Let's take that back. So we talked to Marlon Rhymes, who says, like, I want to shut the fuck up because I don't want to accuse anybody. And Phoenix goes, no, believe in me, because if you believe in me, I'll let you know that, like, I'll guide Orla to freedom. And he goes, okay, well, I saw the trainer Sasha go into the room, and he goes, wait, don't say that. That's
Right.
accusatory. That's accusatory.
Well, that wasn't very helpful, Rhymes. Okay, fine. All right.
Simon Blackwell goes, all right, well, you did prove a point. We talk about the fact that, like, the corpse was seen from different angles, because Norma the Plume never actually saw the whale headbutt the body. They only saw Orla headbutt something behind a rock. Because we see video footage, and Norma from the angle cannot see the Orla whale. The fucking whale. I'm just gonna call it the whale. So we talk about the fact that Norma didn't really see the whale headbutt the victim. And then Norma drops the fact that, like, well, the reason I'm suspicious of the whale is because 2 years ago, the whale's trainer also died. And we go, hey, wait, what the fuck? Why are we talking about that? There's been 2 situations at an aquarium? Isn't
we probably
that?
should have been informed of this.
Yeah, because, like, they go like,
also, I'm sure we'll clear her name for that one too.
100%. This whale's innocent on all counts. I'm just wondering that, like, why'd we go to like accident again? If there's been a second death in an aquarium, I think to myself, all right, maybe it's not an accident. Maybe somebody's doing this on purpose. And I wouldn't accuse the whale of being the mastermind.
The first time that you think the whale has killed somebody, the whale can no longer be, like, accessible to the public. Like,
oh, true.
Not that it should be anyways. She should be free.
She should be free.
Mm-hmm.
But she loves it here. She wants to be a pirate.
Harass boats in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, she causes blockages. So Norma, thank you for that revelation. Get the fuck out of here for a second. We gotta interrogate a rapper. We talked to Marlon, who, like, points out the fact that, like, yeah, listen, I wasn't actually there when I heard the noise. Sasha went into the room with the guard and found the body, but Sasha was on the scene first. And we go, like, wait, Sasha was on the scene first? We also discussed the fact that, like, the body was definitely dead before the footage even started, because the body was already in the tank at 10 a.m. and then 11 minutes later, Orla found the body. The whale found the body. The whale's innocent as hell.
Right. And, like, again, we also do the bit where the security camera footage starts at, I think, just at 10 a.m.
Yes.
Right? And Phoenix is like, well, why don't we go watch the whole footage, guys? Why haven't we watched all of it? And so they're like, let's play it back. They play it back, and it's just like 5 frames of the whale swimming around, just kind of lazily.
I'm glad someone
and
drew
it's
the
just
whale.
like dead quiet, and they're like,
chilling.
Oh, I guess there wasn't anything on the footage. And Bobby's like, I told you, dog.
But then, like, the fact that
Bobby, what about that, huh?
The fact that there's nothing on the footage means that this body was there for 10 minutes before the whale found it, and I can't hold my breath that long. 65 feet under.
Who turns their security footage cameras on only when the aquarium
They
opens?
should always be on. Always be on.
It's very silly.
I like to think that there's, like, an octopus somewhere in the aquarium, and he's being a little rascal and turning off all the cameras. They're
I'll
smart,
accept that.
man.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
just
I'll
do
accept
that.
They
that.
are fucking smart.
Or it's
And
rifle.
they can get out of their little things if they want to.
Yeah, they simply choose to be in there. So like,
Yeah, there's food there.
I just can't believe that like it brings up the whole like we live in an Ace Attorney world and the police will do just enough investigation to accuse somebody and no more. The second one piece of evidence like targets a suspect, we're done. Wrap it up, boys.
Yeah.
Christ. So Phoenix Wright has a brain blast.
Now we know that like Bobby's like fucking playing a character, and he's fucking playing that character so well.
Bro, seeing
Right.
Bobby here is so strange because it's like
so
I
insane.
know, that's what I said.
I
It's so
know,
jarring.
I know
Like,
the
I'm
mask
so
is
happy.
on.
I'm so happy to see him, but like, I know that he's fucking faking it to like seem just the right amount of incompetent to be believable. You know?
It's like playing.
I
Persona
know that he thought about the orca, about like the security footage, and he just went like, all right, let's do something stupid so nobody suspects me of anything. Here we go.
It's like playing Persona 4 Golden and you have a fucking social link with Adachi, and you're supposed to be like, huh, weird social link. I wonder what's going on with that one.
Hey, what's going on with this guy? Maybe I can fix him.
You
No. Hey, Persona 4 spoilers, I guess. You can't fix him.
It's Persona 4 Golden's been out for like 20 years. It was on the PS2.
Yeah,
What?
that's why I just went ahead and said it anyways. I love Persona 4.
You know what, Ben? Take this little soundbite, put it at the beginning of the episode. Persona 4 spoilers.
What, Persona
ahead.
4 Golden spoilers?
Damn it, Rose! I was trying to do a take.
You got to
Shake
do
my
a clean.
fucking
You got to do a clean take.
No, you know
I've
what?
never done a clean take in my life.
Fuck it. Use that clip instead. With both of us talking.
That's just like the
But yes,
experience of knowing us in real life. We're both talking at the same time.
True.
Every morning, Bobby wakes up and he goes, like he grips the sink, looks at himself in the mirror, and goes, "Now you have to be an absolute fucking idiot today, Bobby. All right, you're gonna clock in and you're gonna be stupid as hell."
Truly, he puts
I
on.
do that every fucking day. That's
Yeah, I
not
was gonna
hard.
say, same.
Oh my god! Truly, he is.
He's
the
like, "You gotta
Joker.
play your part." So that nobody catches on.
Be the little
And, he
lapdog
does
you
it.
are. Bark when asked. Put your paw out when you need to.
Just like muttering under his breath, "Golden retriever, golden retriever, golden retriever, golden retriever."
He's a snake. He's a goddamn snake. Oh.
Oh, he's so good at it though.
Yeah, true. We love Bobby Blackwell. He does it. He really
He did it again. They're not married.
They're not married.
Listen, when I think about them, they rearrange the wrinkles in my mind. Okay, like is a different formation.
I do agree with you. However, they're not married.
I can't separate them. I don't know how. All right.
They're partners, though.
So we get Orla unconvicted. We get her. What's the word?
Acquitted.
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 Thank
yeah.
you so
Acquitted.
much.
Not guilty, even perhaps.
I'm not guilty even. So we get Orla acquitted, and then Simon Blackwell goes, "Phoenix Wright, you fool. You've played right into my samurai hand." And he realizes, like, obviously I thought this was a fucking murder, but I didn't have enough evidence. But thanks to you and your little lawyer game, I have enough to indict one Sasha, whatever her last name is, as the killer.
I think he did just want to. I think he did want to convict that whale.
You think that he was just like, if I can't get the fucking whale,
No,
I might as
he
well.
has some line where he's like, I was equally suspicious of both of them or whatever. It's like, yeah, sure you were.
Yeah, just
Local
you can
man
say
hates
that all you want,
whales.
buddy.
He literally
Local man wants to appear evil so that he gets sent to death,
there's a line where
Rogue
like
So that-
master, yeah.
There's
so
a-
that somebody else is not.
there's a line where Sasha goes like, "Yeah, Orla can do lots of tricks. She's so cool." And then Simon Blackwell goes, "Not as cool as my bird Taka. Are you kidding me?" And then
It's true. Yeah.
and then
What a
Athena
dweeb.
Sykes pipes up and goes, "Well, Widget's the best. He can talk. Girl, you cannot bring your Tamagotchi to a pet show. Wake up."
Yeah.
Oh,
I know your mom made your cool necklace robot, but it's not an animal.
It is not an animal.
so
Oh.
we accidentally get Sasha indicted, and then Phoenix Wright goes, "Shit, my bad. I don't think the whale's gonna pay me. Maybe I should get Sasha out of there."
Yeah.
The aquarium can't pay me. The captain's dead. The only high-ranking officer is probably the veterinarian who we haven't seen. And I think the veterinarian's name is like Dr. Crab or some shit.
And who's definitely not the murderer.
No, I think he's the murderer. I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think Dr. Crab or whatever his name is the murderer. Because Marlon can't be the suspect because flat out he hasn't been here long enough, which means he's not related to the case 2 years ago.
He probably has an alibi or something.
Yeah, the alibi is that he didn't work for the aquarium back then. Like
He was SoundCloud rapping.
he was out there
Good for him.
beatboxing on YouTube trying to get like Soulja Boy covers to pop off. Sorry.
Breaking the thing at the mall. Dude, why are you doing that?
Oh dear.
Don't worry, Dual Destinies comes out
Dual
January
Destiny
2nd.
drops January 25th.
I'm not book smart, I'm street smart. Okay.
Yeah. Orla is out here supporting Marlon with his rapping career, probably.
That'd be sick as hell, actually. I would love to get a rap album with like an Orla for backing tracks. That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah,
like
right.
whale rap.
Whale rap.
I'm good for it.
Orca chittering noises for your amen break.
Oh, that'd actually go kind of hard, actually. I had to listen to that.
I think we can make it work.
Right before the drop or something.
There's an album called Aquacode Data Breaks, which I do really enjoy. I think it's more of an LP. I don't know. I don't really know the difference between these names, but I know it's out there. Go listen to it. Anyway, now
Would you describe it as underwater music?
I would actually straight up
yeah.
describe it as underwater music, because he does rap about being like a mermaid.
Okay.
I do like that
I
album.
love some good underwater music.
Or if the fin flaps.
If the fin flaps, wear it.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, I accidentally played it on my phone.
That really
Whoops,
fins the flaps. No, I can't. I was trying to do that
Holy
really
shit.
whips the llama's ass joke, but I couldn't
What
get
the
there.
fuck?
That really flaps
Winamp.
the Winamp. Oh, that really flaps my. I don't know,
Yeah.
dude. When
Damn, we're not as good at this as the Ace Attorney Dual Destiny writers.
Yeah, I know. With all the fish jokes. Yeah.
they had month,
So,
they
yeah,
had
so
a month to
Phoenix-
prepare for these jokes. Okay, we didn't have a month.
Right.
I'm
Yeah, they had a whole
hungry
month
again.
to make sure
Yeah.
that the joke was perfect.
I gotta
So
eat some
Phoenix says,
fish.
"Okay, Sasha, I'll defend you."
And now we're off to defend pirate larper
Yeah.
at the aquarium against the murder of her captain. And so like we find out that we forget to mention that like the reason we find out it wasn't the whales because we find out that the cause of death was falling when the tank was empty. Here's my fucking
Right.
question: how long does it take to fill up a tank with water? Because it's like 65 feet.
A long time.
So he's been dead for a while, right?
think
Where was Orla while the tank was empty?
Where was
Yeah.
Orla? Where was the
I don't
water?
see. Who did they like pick her up with like a fucking crane? Like,
Yeah.
There is
They
a
have to-
winch.
yeah, they have to be able to get her out somehow, but
There's-
I haven't
there's a-
seen any evidence of that on the diagram yet.
There was a winch above the tank. I think it was the winch.
They winch her out.
Yeah, she can breathe air.
And the other thing we haven't mentioned yet really either, which if you haven't played the case would be important to know, is also that Sasha has this whistle. It's like a dog whistle, right? So nobody
Yeah.
can hear it, but you can blow the whistle and Orla will hear it and do tricks based on how you blow it, right?
Yes.
The first time she did it, I thought she was fucking vaping.
Oh my god.
Sasha
She
would
does
be
have some
a
funny little
vapor.
animations, honestly.
Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
The one where she gets sheepish and she like pushes the like prop sword she has, she like pushes the blade, the retractable
Into
blade
the
in and
hilt,
out.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
thought that was so cute.
like a large part of the cases were just like someone manipulated the whale to play part as like the quote unquote killer in this case. And like here's the thing. Isn't it totally possible that Orla just saw the corpse of the captain and went, "Oh shit, he's dead," I should get him on the land. It doesn't have to be a trick.
Yeah, he is drowning. Let me save him like I've been practicing.
Yeah, like I'm a believer that like Orla just did this of her own volition because she saw someone underwater for a long time and went, "Hey, that's not normal."
Or Orla has a moral compass.
Orla's Morla compass.
I mean, whales are very social animals, you know?
They're probably smart enough to know that we're not supposed to be drinking water that much. Anyway, the point being is, like, the whistle can manipulate the whale, and someone's like, obviously someone manipulated Orla to play the part of the killer, and we're all just like, or like, she just saw someone underwater and brought her up for air, man. I don't know. I think you're kind of reaching. Whatever. So yeah, now we gotta defend Sasha. There's a possibility of a master manipulator out there with a whistle who can command Orla, but the only two people who would know the commands are the captain and Sasha. Tiago theory, wouldn't the vet know commands too because he's a vet? I don't know. I feel
like you work at the aquarium, you might know some.
Exactly. You're at the fucking aquarium. Fucking Marlin might know some. Like, fucking Rifle might know some. I don't think it's unreasonable.
Oh, what if it was the penguin?
Dude, it's like that fucking penguin from Wallace and Gromit.
Penguin.
The penguin co-conspirator.
Rose, what's the name of the penguin from Wallace and Gromit?
I don't believe he's ever given like an official name.
That's
but
scarier.
He's definitely the killer in this case.
His name is Feathers McGraw.
Now that you've brought him up.
If it's the penguin from Wallace and Gromit, that's the killer.
The penguin from Wallace and Gromit's name is Feathers McGraw.
Is that real?
I don't remember that ever coming up in the short, but
it might be just a name that was given outside of the show.
It.
But that is apparently
it's from the Wallace and Gromit wiki.
That doesn't mean that it wasn't not in the short.
Yeah, no.
Right. But that might be just what they call it. But yeah, either way, that is so we've got we've got Rifle, and we've got Feathers McGraw.
Wait, I think you just let slip the other name of the penguin. Is it Sniper?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your Honor.
Check the testimony.
That spoilers.
Your Honor.
Add that to the fucking record.
I mean, I already ruined that there was a second penguin.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, reel it in, Ben. Goddamn.
Your Honor,
I'm getting sloppy in a DLC case.
Your Honor, I used my psycho ear attack on Ben, and I saw him slip it. Okay. I fucking heard it.
Psycho ear
attack. It's changing body parts.
That's just tinnitus.
Yeah. Your Honor, I'm giving him tinnitus.
Tinnitus beam.
Okay.
So that's the first half of the DLC case. It sounds like y'all have pretty solid predictions about who did it, which is you think it's the vet.
Dr. Crab or whatever his name is. He's a villain.
Mr. Eugene Krabs.
Eugene Crab! Yeah.
Channeled Plankton.
Sorry, I just thought about him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I understand.
That's my prediction.
I forget if there's any SpongeBob references in this case, so.
I'm pilled. Whenever I think about the ocean, I think about SpongeBob.
Well, if there is one, I have yet to fucking see it.
Yeah, you're right. Dessy is the SpongeBob resident.
All right.
My fucking photographic memory of SpongeBob.
God bless. Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, any other final predictions before we wrap up this segment?
Water.
I will be taking Norma de Plume out on dinner. To dinner. Fuck, I fucked up the sentence. That's my prediction.
You're so flustered.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up. I'm so normal about this.
I'm normal about this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
There you go.
All right. Well, then that will do it for us for this episode. Thank you for listening. You can follow the show on pretty much all social media. We are everywhere that we can be. You can go to our website, updatedautopsy.report, to get links to all of those, as well as links to various podcast episodes and the Let's Play of Dessy and I with our good friend Iro playing through the games as we prep for the podcast. You can follow me on all social medias at Yotseben. Dessy, how about you?
Don't. But now's a great time to play Monster Hunter.
World. Specific.
Monster Hunter World.
Tiago?
My name's Tiago Dutra. You can find me on Twitter as Tiago S. Dutra, in which that you can find my link tree in the bio. I will be pruning the social media there eventually. I'm just kind of lazy.
No worries.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose?
You can find me at Rose Nonsense on Tumblr and sometimes co-host.
Buy Rose's art.
Yeah, you can buy my art,
Mhm.
please.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We hope you will rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast platform. We don't do any advertising or any kind of like paid, promotional work. So your reviews make a genuine difference in getting our podcast into more ears. So if you do that, we greatly appreciate it. Next time, we will
We're
be
too
playing.
Small.
We're small and so poor.
Itty bitty podcasters.
We're just little guys.
Yeah, I'm just a little guy, just little birthday boys.
Mhm.
So yeah, go ahead and do that if you feel so inclined. We would appreciate it. And next time, then we will be playing the second half of Turnabout Reclaimed. See you then.
Second half of the supposedly second case.
Third case.
Third case.
Whatever.
Damn.
I think we'll figure it out.
True. Bye.
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 Bye.